back to online learning, which is a really active space right now. And I think for a really good reason. Because for a long time, for literally thousands of years, we've been following the same model of education, where we've been reading the same texts, all been doing the same problems, and really trying to take all the same exams. I mean, the reasoning for that is, we all have to learn the same thing in the end. The problem with that is that we're not all the same, and we don't learn the same way. So for some people, it's preferable to learn via, video or podcasts. Or maybe some people learn better by reading or doing activities. And some people prefer to absorb their information by taking more and more problem sets. So the point is that education needs to be personalized and tailored to everybody's needs, as opposed to being standardized. And recently, unfortunately, we've been hearing more and more about Common Core and standardized testing. So this is where InfoBits comes in. So InfoBits is a platform that takes all of the information out there for learning, and it tailors it to your individual needs. So for example, I can search for a topic, for example, to help my daughter with homework. Or maybe it's something for my career in continuing education. Or maybe I forgot something that I've learned in high school, for example, algebra. And I can figure out whether it's for middle school, or whether it's for high school or college. And then following that, I can select a difficulty level. Some people learn faster, some people prefer to repeat materials over and over again. Whatever your different needs are, InfoBits is the platform for that. And then once I search for information, I have to filter through all of those billions and billions of links. Now, InfoBits makes this a lot easier, because in InfoBits, you can select the topic that you need very, very narrowly defined. So for example, I can select algebra functions. And at this point, I get topics that are very, very relevant to that point. Now, the way this works is that we have a natural language processing algorithm that goes into every link and analyzes the keywords to try to figure out exactly what the appropriate topic for that link is, as well as what the appropriate difficulty level is and appropriate format. So you can select all of that as filters. Now, what our algorithm doesn't do is it doesn't tell you which topics are actually more fun and engaging than others. And this is where we rely on our users. You can search for what other users have found more interesting. So, for example, I found that somebody created 2 collections already, based on algebra, one on basic concepts and other midterm notes. And this looks more like a study group. So people found that by joining study groups, they can learn more efficiently because you learn with other people and it keeps you on track. So I can see what topics other people found more interesting. And there you go. I can follow this collection. Now this collection is now followed in my account. Here it is. I'm following a few other collections. Some are linear equations and others are, this is the same one actually. So going back to the original search, you can go right here from this page. And I want to search for, say, numbers. And adding these links is really easy, so you don't have to look at them, each individual one right now. You can save them for later. Just click on bookmark, and it allows you to add it to the existing collection or create a new collection. Say I want to add a new collection, and I want to call it new collection. I add a description and a few tags. There's also privacy setting. Thank you. Some people want to share their collections with others, some people don't, and that's okay. You can keep it private if you want. There you go. It's added. So in 4 words or less, what is InfoBits? InfoBits is a content delivery system that's also social and engaging. Thank you. Questions? Yes?
Now, have you considered or looked at different ways to work with people with disabilities and such? Like
Absolutely, that's actually one of the
dyslexia or
main
ADD?
applications because apparently finding educational content for very specific needs is very difficult. It's not as widely available as everywhere else. So through InfoBits, we're trying to build a community of people to share those resources through collections. And also that's going to be one of the filters that we're going to be incorporating. Yes.
So all of the categorization into different formats, difficulty levels, audience, is that algorithmic or is that a team?
That is algorithmic. Yes.
I see two challenges and would love to know how you plan to solve that. The first challenge is like any software company or anything to acquire the customer themselves. And even if you acquire, to let them share and rate is another big challenge.
Yes.
How do you plan to solve it?
Yeah, so basically, InfoBits is trying to build a community of people around the product. So our main goal is to build a product that is going to be engaging for the people to use. So we're trying to make it in such a way that users want to create collections. We're trying to make it easy and interesting for people to do. So that's where the social part comes in. The second part is that our technology enables us to find a lot of information that you can find anywhere else. So people would be interested in using our platform versus anything else. I don't know if that answers the question. Anyone else? Sure.
As the number of so you're doing the algorithmic classifications, but as the number of collections grow, how do you make that search based on collections also useful? Because people may have disparate sets of information.
Absolutely, and I think that's an excellent question. So I'm here actually to raise funds to improve, first of all, our data and also our algorithms. And our next stage in the algorithms is actually to pair up what's in the user profile with the best materials out there, so that when you search for collections, you're actually going to get more relevant content based on your profile.
Does this access both free and commercially available materials? And if it does the latter, how do you deal with that?
Exactly. That's our how do you make money part.
No, I mean, how do you link up people who may actually have to pay for the instruction?
So initially we're only showing you the materials that are free. And that's always going to be free. We're trying to expand the database as much as possible to give everybody the access to the best online educational materials possible. Now, there are many companies out there that want to sell their content as well. And very often that's for a good reason. Their content may be better quality. And we want to give them the place to show off their content compared to the free versions out there, and maybe charge a commission based on that.
Thank you so much.